City of Stevens Point Transportation Commission meeting, recorded November 14, 2022.
Hello everybody, good evening. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll call the meeting to order and we'll start with a roll call.
All right, Alder Christensen.
Here.
Carolyn Peterson.
Yes.
Tom Bertram.
Present.
Alder Kneebone.
Here.
Nicole Lisney. Greg Keffel.
Here.
And Jessa Mitchie.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's good to see everybody, and I appreciate your indulgence. Last month, I accompanied my wife to an outpatient procedure that ended up getting really backlogged at the Marshfield Clinic, and so was not able to join you. So, again, appreciate your graciousness on that. And let's get into today's agenda, starting with the approval of the meeting minutes from last month on October 10th. Anybody have any questions or concerns about those minutes?
Kneebone will move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve and seconded. Motion to approve by Alderman Kneebone and seconded by Peterson. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Second issue on the agenda tonight is approval of the financial claims report. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the claims report for October? And let's move towards moving. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Do you need it? I'll second. Did you need one?
Yes, please. Thank you. And so, I didn't hear who made the initial.
Alder Christensen.
Oh, thank you. All right, and seconded by Alderman Kneebone. Approve. Vote on the October 2022 financial claims report. All in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Anybody negative? No. Very good. So now let's talk about the approval to apply for the 2023 5311/85 and /8520 operational grant. Let's just start out with a general overview and description of that grant, Talon.
Yeah, so this is the grant we apply for every year, our main operational grant from the federal and state. Portion of it all goes in as one document. It covers, this year, the percentage is 56.10%, which is actually, it's up. I say it's up. CARES Act and ARPA covered a lot from 2022, 2021, but it's up from what it was pre-COVID, where it was around 49%. So that's good. to see, but yeah, like I said, it's our main operational grant, so, it's all of our services, really, or all of our bus services from fixed route to paratransit, to our county service.
It's pretty standard process, an annual process. We were talking just before the meeting began, and Talon said that the grant submission is due by the end of year on 12/30.
Yep.
And so timing-wise, set up to be able to meet that and carry that out effectively. Any other comments or thoughts about the grant?
No, I'll take any questions.
Talon, I have a quick question. Generally speaking, how much money does that grant bring in?
This year's application is 1.37 million.
Thanks.
So a little bit, it moves up a little bit as salaries, expenses, everything moves up every year. So yeah, always around that amount.
So you guys don't get to go to Hawaii once the money comes in, huh?
We're so
Right.
You can get that poster on your wall.
Mhm.
All right, looking for a motion to approve the application for the 2023 5311/8520 operational grant.
Tom Bertram will move to applying for the 2023 5311/8520 operational grant.
And Carolyn seconds that motion. All in favor of approval for the application, the 5311/8520 operational grant, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carries. Move on to approval to apply for the 2023 8521 grant. And if you would, Talon, an overview of that particular grant.
So, that grant brings in around $185,000. It's a grant that we facilitate through the county, something that we brought over with the county-city merger, so it does fund the local share of their programs. It is a grant that can be used for local share, so it is rather beneficial. But yeah, there's an allocation that WISDOT puts forward every year to all the counties, and do the application for that allocation.
And you indicated that that's due on December 9th.
December 9th, correct.
And so everything's tracking fine for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any questions about the 8521 grant? Okay. A motion to approve application for 2023 8521 grant.
Kneebone will move approval to apply for the 2023 8521 grant.
Thank you. Second?
Tom Bertram will second.
Yeah, thank you. And Tom Bertram second. All right, let it vote to approve the application for the 2023 8521 grant. All in favor of the application, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to agenda item number 6, approval to waive fixed route bus fares from June 26th to July 2nd, 2023. I know we talked about this before.
Mhm.
Apparently we haven't sought an actual endorsement or approval motion. And
Alder Christensen moves approval.
anybody want to discuss before we do that, or have we had enough discussion? Pardon?
Thank
Mhm.
You want to just, let me just hold your motion for a moment and.
approve after the motion. Discuss after the motion.
Okay. Why don't you just give us a quick overview and a refresher?
Yeah, so that is the week of the U.S. Senior Open with all the traffic in town. There was some ideas that we discussed previously about waiving fares so the people in our community can get around, not just the people that are coming in from out of town, but both to provide a service to people that are maybe displaced, I guess you could say, by all the commotion in town, but also, try to alleviate traffic and that type of thing with extra people. So,
Just to simplify things during that hectic weekend, just hop on the bus and go.
and it also promotes transportation.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, because people might not get on the bus normally, are gonna go, well, I'm parked in, what do I do? Oh yeah, I saw fares were free on the site.
Thank you. Alderman Christensen moved to approve waiving fixed bus route fares from June 26th to July 2nd, 2023, and
I'll second.
seconded by Carolyn. So, all in favor of approving to waive fixed route bus fares from June 26th to July 2nd, 2023, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Next, let's discuss approval to run event routes during the 2023 U.S. Senior Open Championship. I know we've given some discussion to this before, but maybe we can just go over a quick review of what we've talked about in the past and what the intention is.
So, right now, we're looking at running one bus Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during the event, and then two on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, sorry, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday when the event's actually going on. Maybe just Friday, Saturday. Right? Yeah.
And as you say that, you're talking about a bus dedicated to the event.
Yes, a bus dedicated to the event. We do want to consider housing and different aspects for running the routes, but the main focus is going to be that area around the event, because I think that's where it'll help having public transportation the most. Definitely, as our team comes up with the routes, we can keep you guys updated on them, and ideas are always welcome. First time we've done this, so this event in town, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes, and we can always adjust on the fly. That's a good thing about the site system that we are. But yep, that's what we're looking at right now.
And you're working closely with the event planning committee to kind of determine or zero in on what those routes would be most advantageous.
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. So I have a motion to move to approve event routes during the 2023 U.S. Senior Open Championship.
I have a quick question. Will move to approve. do you think 2 buses will be enough on the weekend? Would you think about having a driver perhaps on call and another bus ready in case the crowds are even more? I mean, is that part of your planning? Would you have somebody kind of on standby if you needed to put another another shuttle bus into operation?
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about it with our supervisors already. They are definitely willing to grab another bus and go out there. And kind of the procedure there is they send out a text alert to the drivers and tell them they have hours available and if someone wants to hop on. But we do have someone available super last minute if need be.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We think it's bad on campus at 10 minutes till the hour. It's going to be nothing compared to the crowds next summer.
It'll be interesting, it'll be fun, and ultimately good for the community. So, Alderman Kneebone moves to approve.
Alder Christensen will second.
Thank you. The motion and second. Let's take the vote to approve to run event routes during the 2023 U.S. Senior Open Championship. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any objections? Motion carries. Moving on to number 8. We've got our December meeting coming up, and perhaps December isn't an opportune time. Certainly we all like the opportunity to meet over Zoom, the flexibility that provides, and I know everybody has a busy schedule and you're just volunteering your time for this effort, and it's much appreciated. I think it would be nice to get together at least a couple of times a year to see each other in person and to interact and get to know each other perhaps a little bit better. Carolyn and I have been on the committee together for 3 years since I joined, and today is the first time that I had a chance to meet her. So I wanted to discuss that. If not December, perhaps there's once or twice a year where we can commit to meeting together in person. I thought December might be an opportune time because if we came at the right time during the day, it might require a meeting change. We would have a chance to interact with staff as well, particularly drivers. And I think it's always pleasant at this time of year. So that was my thinking behind putting this on the agenda, and I welcome your comments and thoughts.
I could do that.
A good time.
Yep. I'd definitely be willing to do that as well.
Sure.
Terrific. I see, Tom, you're shaking your head. Thank you. Okay. Now the second thing is, in terms of the meeting time, and this time works out well. It's been very consistent over the entire time I've been on the committee, and I think it's been going on this way for quite a long time. But in talking with Talon, he suggests that the opportune time to interact with staff would be between 2:30 and 3:30. As that's when shift change usually is. So we could either have our meeting on that day, sometime after the 3:30 shift change, if we're all going to be here, but the idea would be to maybe be here during that 2:30 to 3:30 shift change in December. Again, just to be able to provide good wishes and support to the staff. And I'd certainly be willing to provide some refreshments and some treats. I know those are generally welcome at the holiday. They're welcome all the time, but especially around the holidays. So any thoughts or reaction to that?
I'm
Only
okay
just
with
ask
that.
individuals. Could make that work, Mary?
Yeah.
Mark, could you make that work?
I sure could. I'm flexible.
Okay, Tom, do you think you could make it work on that day?
Probably.
Between 2:30 and 3:30?
Yeah,
Okay.
just have to put on my calendar. Yeah.
I have a meeting until 2:30, but I can.
Okay, well, terrific. Let's plan for that. To be here during that shift change time between 2:30 and 3:30. And we'll plan on conducting our meeting, say, at about 3:30 that day. And then we'll go from there and return to a more normal schedule in January. So the next meeting date is December 12th. And we'll plan on meeting here during shift change between 2:30 and 3:30. And we'll plan on starting our meeting after shift change at 3:30 for this one exceptional month on our schedule. Anybody have any additional thoughts, comments, ideas, discussion topics before we adjourn? Terrific. Well, thank you for your continued support, and we'll see you next month. Here. Okay. Bye-bye.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.